Okay, hi guys, welcome to week 7, chapter 6. We're going to work on the guided project again, like we always do. So this guided project is pretty exciting. We have some styles. Now, styles can get a little confusing, so as we go through this, we'll hope it makes some sense. But basically, we're going to be applying styles and modifying styles. And so those are two different things that if we're not paying attention, we can kind of get them a little mixed up. But it's good to know the difference, and it's good to know how to do work with styles, because there's a lot of different things you can make your document look better and apply, for example, the same font styles, headers, and different things throughout your document. So it's really nice to know how to do this. So we'll just jump right into Guided Project 6-1. And again, we're going to be changing theme colors, working with styles. We're going to be inserting a picture and saving a picture as quick parts building blocks. So you'll learn how to do that. We'll work with a footer and then adding a word field into a footer. So the first thing we do, well, it does ask us to open our start file, but I'm actually going to go ahead and get my resources file to the desktop. So the way we do that, again, we're going to get resources here, and then I open it with Windows Explorer, so that way it'll open the file, this little launcher for the Windows Explorer. And what I simply do is I take my file and I just drag it over to my desktop. So you'll get an icon that will say copy to desktop. I get that right on my desktop, and then that's my resource. And if we want to check it, we can go, I'll do it this way. I'll just pull up my file, my files here, and jump over to my desktop. And you can see that in my Guided Project 6-1, I have a logo image. So that's what's going to be in our file. So we'll go ahead and pull up our start file here, and I'll open it with Microsoft Word. And of course, sorry, I have another document that was already opened in the background. We get our little notice here that we need to enable editing. So we'll do that first thing. And then we don't technically have this saved anywhere, so we need to do that. We'll go File, Save As, and I'm just going to get it to my desktop. And I'll save it. Okay, so tips for staying active, that's the document we're working with. And so now on step 3, that's what we're down to, we're going to change the color set of the document. So we want to, so right now our document is kind of this, has this blue-gray color going on. We'll need to, in step 3A, click the colors button, and it tells us that's on the Design tab, Document Formatting Group. So we'll go over to the Design tab, and then Document Formatting Group is this large group here, but we have these color options. So these are the theme colors, and we are going to click the arrow, and we have all of these options, and it tells us it wants us to select red from the drop-down list. So there's this group of colors that's called red, and we're going to click on it, and then it changes the color of our document from a blue to a red color scheme. So next, we need to modify existing styles. Step 4A, we're going to right-click the title style in the style gallery. And now we want to make sure we're right-clicking and not left-clicking. So this tells us we're on the Home tab Styles group. We'll go over to the Home tab, and then we're on the Styles group. So these are all of our styles. And now right now we have the title style is what mine is sort of selected on. If we right click it, then we have the option to modify it. So we're basically saying we like this style of the title, but we want to change a few things. So we're going to right click, and then we have the option to modify the style. So we click modify, and we get this box that comes up. And step B, click the center alignment button. So right now our alignment is left align. We're going to click on center alignment first of all. And then secondly, on step C, click Format button and select Font to open the font dialog box. And so our Format button is down here at the bottom left. We could technically do some things with font up here, but we're going to go down to the Formatting button down at the bottom left. And we have options. We'll go up to Font, and that just gives us another box to work with more options. Step D, apply the bold font style. So we'll go over to bold and then change the font size to 20 points. So 20 points over in the size, and apply all caps text effect. Okay, all caps text effect. And we'll click OK to close the font dialog box. Okay, so basically what that did is applied our changes to the font and the all caps, and it's going to change the overall style for the title. And now we can also click in step F, the Modify Style dialog box. Step G, right-click Heading 1 Style in the Style Gallery or Styles pane and select Modify to open the Modify Styles box. So Heading 1 is right here, and I'm going to right-click it and modify, and click the underline button. Okay, so this style is going to have an underline. And then step I, open the font dialog box and apply small caps. So we're going to go back to our Format and Font and apply small caps. Okay, and close the font dialog box. Say OK. Now we want to open the Paragraph dialog box. Okay, so that's again in Format. We're going to go to Paragraph this time instead of Font. And that's step J. Open the Paragraph dialog box, make the following changes, and click OK to close the Paragraph dialog box. The before paragraph spacing at 12 points. So let's take this down to 12. And the after paragraph spacing to 3 points. Oops, we don't want 6, so we'll have to manually change it to 3. Okay. And then the next thing, line spacing is single. Right now our line spacing is multiple. So we're going to click here and go to single. And click OK to close the Modify Styles dialog box. Okay. So that's just applied all of those changes to our Heading 1. Make sure that I got the... Oops. I didn't want the font. I'm just double checking my paragraph that I got the right things in. Before spacing is 12, after spacing is 3, and single. Okay. And now in step 5, select all instances of a style and apply a different style. Okay, so you can say OK there. Step 5A, click the Styles Launcher, and that's on the Home tab, Styles group. Okay, here it is, to open the Styles pane. So this is our launcher. Remember, anytime we have this little icon in the bottom right hand corner of a group, we can click on it, and then we have a launcher. Okay, and what we want to do in the Styles pane, right click the Heading to Style and choose Select All. Let's see, we want to right click on Heading 2 and select all. Okay, and all of the text with Heading to Style applied is selected. Okay, so all of the Heading 2 styles are selected. So now we want to click the Heading 1 style on the Styles pane or Styles Gallery to replace the Heading 2 style with the Heading 1 style. So Heading 1, and we are just clicking it. Okay, so what we basically did is we applied the heading 1 style to all of the heading 2s, if that makes sense. And that was the one we had just modified. Okay, so the next step is step 6, create a new style based on selected text. So select all the text after the keep exercise fun and interesting heading. So let's go up here. So keep exercise fun and interesting. This is all of our text after that. Okay, so we are selecting all of it, and now we want to apply a checkmark bullet to the selected text. Use define a new bullet and select the checkmark from the Wingdings font set. So if you guys remember how to do this, we're going to, up where our bullets are at, we are going to pull the little drop down and we're going to define a new bullet. Okay, and then, so now we need to pick our Wingdings font set, and we're using character code. It is character code 252. Okay, and that's our bullet. Okay, so we've got our character code 252. Now step 6, click the more. Okay, so we want to apply this, say OK. And define new bullet is OK. Now step C, so okay, so that's applied really quick. That's applied a bulleted list here, and now we want to click the more button in the styles group home tab and select create a style. So this is our more button, if you remember, not this little launcher down here, but this one right here. And when we click on it, what we can do then is create a style. And when we click create a style, that will create a style based on our new bullet that we have defined. Okay, so we'll create a new style, and we are naming, let's see, oh sorry, we need to, say create a new style. We want the more, okay, create a new style. Click the modify button to view more formatting options. That's step D. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there. Modify. Okay, and that gives us our box that looks like the picture in figure 6-91. Make the following changes to the new style. So we have our new style, which is the check mark, which we like, but we're going to modify it a little bit here. So we want style, instead of style 1, we're going to call it bullet list, B-U-L-L-A-T, list. And the style type is paragraph. So style type, we'll pick our little drop down menu here, and we're going to call it a paragraph style type. And the style is based on list paragraph, which is what we have selected, and style for the following paragraph bullet list. So those are our options. You can see if you wanted to make your style something different, you could play around with those options. But this is how we're going to do it for this one. And now we want to open the paragraph dialog box, and that is format and paragraph, and we want to change the left indent to 0. Left indent is 0.25 right now. I'm going to change it down to 0. And deselect the don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. So that means that we do want to add a space between paragraphs of the same style, because we're in a list, and we say OK. So basically we have just modified the way that these checkboxes will appear for this style. And so now in step 7, update styles to match a selection and apply a style. So select the paragraph. First we can just apply this, so we'll say OK. And you can see that it actually moved our bullets to the left, remember, because we put the indent down to 0, and we also deselected that one checkbox, which made a line or put spaces in between each of our bulleted items. And so now on step 7A, we want to select the paragraph after the title of the document. So this paragraph here. Oops, this paragraph. Okay. And we want to change the font size to 10 points. So we'll just go over here to 10, make from 11 to 10, so we're making it smaller. And now step C, with the paragraph still selected, right-click the normal style in the style gallery. Right-click normal, okay, we're on normal, and update normal to match selection. Okay, so what we've done now is instead of modifying a style, we're essentially doing that, but we're saying we want this normal style to match the style that we have just created here with the paragraph. So now we're going to update normal to match selection, what's selected. Okay, so it tells us all the body text, including the numbered and bulleted lists, is changed to 10 points. Okay, so anything that had been the normal style is now changed, and you can see that here. This font also went down to 10 points. Okay, now step D, select the title and change the before paragraph spacing to 48. So we need to select our title, and we are going to change the before paragraph spacing to 48. Our paragraph launcher, before to 48. Ooh, that's quite a lot, isn't it? From 6, 48. And are we doing anything? Nope, just the before, and we'll say OK. Okay, so that just put a bunch of spaces up above before tips for staying active. And now we want to right-click the title style in the Styles pane and select Update to match selection. So I had deselected this. I'm going to reselect it. Right-click on our title style and Update Title to match selection. Okay. Now step F, select the bulleted list at the bottom of the document and click the bullet list style in the Styles pane. Okay, so we want our bulleted list, and we want to select the bulleted list at the bottom of the document and click the bullet list style in the Styles pane. So the bullet list style is the one we created. Now if we click that, I'm not quite sure actually why it's having me do that. Let's see. Select the bulleted list at the bottom of the document and click the bullet list style in the Styles pane. Okay. I'm going to check our list here and our formatting. I don't know, back when we identified our bullet list style, did it have us change the font size? That's what I'm wanting to check. And I don't see that it really does, so I think we're okay. Okay, so I'll hit cancel here. So step 8, insert a picture and change the text wrapping and position. Okay, so we want to place the insertion point at the beginning of the document, so we'll just put our cursor right before tips for staying active. And now we're going to insert the CMP Logo -06 downloaded from the resource file. So we had already done that at the very beginning, so we want to insert a picture. We're going to go to our desktop and find our project here. It's probably toward the front, the top. There we go. And I've got the CMP Logo 06. You can find where you put yours. And I am going to insert it. And now it kind of puts us in this weird spot. But now we want to click the Wrap Text button, Picture Tools Format tab. That's where we're here. Wrap Text. Okay. and select in front of text. So in front of text, okay, put our image in front of our text. That makes sense. Now click the position button and select more layout options down at the bottom. Okay, now that's going to let us position it exactly where we want it to be. Change the horizontal absolute position to 0.3. Okay, right now it's on 0.4, so we want it to be 0.3 to the right of the page. So you can kind of think about where this is going to be. It's going to be a little bit farther out to the right of the page, not the or left, the right of the page right here, not the margin. Okay. Change the vertical absolute position to 0.3 below the page. Okay. Click OK to close the layout dialog box, and you can see how this then positions your image 0.3 to the right of the page and 0.3 below the top of the page. Now we want to save the CMP logo in the quick parts gallery. So what we're going to do now is basically make this a quick part so that if we ever wanted to use it again, we could do it quickly from quick parts. So click the CMP logo picture to select it. So mine's already selected, but I'll click it again. Click the quick parts button, and that's on the insert tab text group. Insert tab text group, that's down here, and we are going to get our quick parts, and from there choose save selection to quick part gallery, and that's right down at the bottom. So that is saving this image to a quick part gallery, so we could pick it really quick if we needed to. And then in this create new building block dialog box, we are going to add the following properties for the new building block in step C. Our name is CMP Logo. Oops. Okay. Oh, that's not a capital L. I would have gotten in trouble for that. And I submitted. Okay, and the gallery is quick parts. Okay, so we're already there. And the category is general, we've got that. And description, insert CMP logo, that's what we're telling it to do. And we're going to save it in building blocks. We do have other options, normal building blocks. And then options, insert content only. So they had content in its own paragraph, content in its own page. So we could define those if we wanted to, but we're simply going to do it this way and say OK. So now it didn't change our document at all. It just made this image a quick part. So now in step 10, insert a word field in the footer. We want to edit our footer. Okay. So we're already in insert. We're going to go to footer. Let's see. Edit footer down here at the bottom. So we went to footer and then edit footer. So that gets us into the footer. And we want to press tab 2 times, type last modified, and space once. So I'll go tab, tab, and so I'm to the right of the document, and I'm going to type last modified. Colon, space. And now in step C, we want to click the quick parts button and select field. Okay, so back when we're in the insert quick parts button, we want to insert a field down here, and you can see that our CMP logo is waiting for us in general if we ever needed to use it again. But we're going to click field so we can get all of our field options. Okay, and we're going to select save date in the field names area. Save date right here, and now we want to save date, and the short number date format fourth option. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's our short date. And click OK to close the field dialog box. Okay. So now we've got our date in there. Now we want to select all of the text in the footer and apply italic font style. Okay. So we'll select all of it, and we're just going to make it italics. And now we are going to, I guess we're done with it. Close the footer, step G, which we can go up to head and footer design and close the header and footer. Okay. And now step 11, save and close the document. When you exit Word, a dialog box might open asking you if you want to save the building block. Click Save to save the building block. And now hopefully we can upload our project and be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Always remember to save before you upload, or it will not capture your most recent changes. And that's what gets a lot of people. They're like, when I look back at their submissions, it could be for a previous version where you forgot to save. And I don't really need my styles over here anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and close my document. Oh, I had an extra Word doc. Yes, I do want to save the building blocks. Okay, so now I'm back in SimNet. We're going to see how this went. Lots of modifying styles and different things. So I'm uploading my file. It's taking a little while here. I think I'm ready. We'll see how this goes. Yes, submit the file. Oh wow, alright. I was a little concerned actually with all those modifying and applying different styles, but hopefully if you did it the way I did it, you were able to successfully navigate this guided project 6-1. We will have a short work week this week. There is only one independent project this week, so you know, you can do the one independent project and then you can go on to the quiz. And hopefully you finish the SimBook, the idea being that you always read and complete the SimBook exercises before you start into the projects. Okay, so good luck to you, and as always, just let me know if you have questions.